Playoff pick'ems.
Bum, 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 bum.
YouTube Ozick going. The Goat House is back. And Junior's back. He's back.
I'm back.
So the Goat House is officially back, and I'm officially a huge NFL guy, as you can tell.
I'd like to say, to get ready for this video, I don't want to tip my pitches by any means, but I did have a lot of cheese before this.
All right, that's good. That's good to know. I don't know.
I'm serious. I did. Probably
we missed that stuff. See,
that
just random
unhealthy
stuff.
amount of cheese.
Healthy amount.
Just the random
Kobe
stuff
Jack.
we missed.
Oh, yeah.
Kobe Jack. All right. We're back. We're back every Tuesday with picks. We got our playoff picks. We got all kinds of playoff coverage on the channel. We already got off-season content as well, mock drafts, coaching videos, free agent videos, more to come. Link pinned in the comments for recent videos or Twitter, anything important. Check it out. Let's take a look at that leaderboard. We had Pete and Old Yeller with a perfect wild card week. Our regular season champ got 5 fans, and me and Dan absolutely shit the bed. I'm a huge NFL guy, as you can tell, but put myself at the bottom because I'm just disgusted. Just embarrassing. Just the
You're
worst.
taking yourself off the grab.
I should have just remove myself completely.
All the teams you picked got their ass kicked, too.
Yeah, just guarantee. I try to get a little bold, but you can't get bold in the playoffs.
I guess not.
The same teams just win. The Cowboys always choke.
Right.
The Cardinals always suck in the second half of the year.
Right.
It's just the same old stuff. So I learned my lesson, I guess. I was on it in the past. This year I just was feeling a little frisky. I found out Junior was coming back, so I'm like, all right, I got to get frisky.
Understandable.
Yeah. So we're in a picks league right now. You see the leaderboard at the bottom there. Diddle my fiddle, hell of a name. And Vikings fan.
Question mark.
He's not sure if he's a Vikings fan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Vikings fan. I'm also an NFL fan. I'm not sure. But I'm not sure.
You're
if
not sure after the
I'm
year?
more of an maybe I'm more of an NFL fan than
Well,
a
your
Vikings
team's
fan.
out, so you're a fan of the league at this point.
I'm a fan of the league.
But you got a different team over here.
Yeah. But those guys got 13. They're leading that league. Why do they have 13? Well, you pick some player props in that. It's pretty cool. Like who's going to score the most touchdowns in this game, and it gives you options. So we're all in that league. If you want to play along, there's a link down below, pinned in the comments, along with some other great things there. So check it out. Divisional round of the playoffs.
Wow.
Last week we had some ass beatings. This week
Probably,
I was about to promise, but I can't really promise. I think we're
due for one.
We're due for one ass beating.
Yeah, at least.
Oh
one.
yeah, we're gonna get one ass beating, and we're probably gonna get one game where the refs kind of mess up, and the other 2 should be fantastic. So I guess I can promise 2 games fantastic.
Question?
Yep.
As a fan of the league, you just critique the referees. That's a questionable move.
I'm gonna get fined, but I'll accept that fine. All right. Maybe they'll go easy because I'm wearing the NFL hat. I don't know. So Bengals at Titans. The Titans, they were sitting at home, nice and warming up for this Nashville ball game. The Bengals played the Raiders. They handled business. They let it get interesting at the end there, but they handled business. Joey Burrow looking fantastic. They did get a little beat up at the end of the game, but it sounds like they may only lose Larry Ogunjobi. Joe Mixon was limping, but he's pre-practice. Trey Hendrickson was limited in practice. That's a great sign. So they're looking good, I suppose. A little beat up. Titans were beat up. They're getting healthy. The King Henry coming back. Pete, you're the Titans guy. Go ahead.
Oh, he looked good in practice today. They that injury report that came out today was just like unreal. Like I haven't seen it all year besides week 1.
Did it make you feel all warm and fuzzy
it did.
inside?
I'm so excited.
They got to win, and it's got to stay that way.
Yeah.
So you're going with the Titans.
Oh yeah.
He's going with the Titans.
Oh yeah.
Do we have a weather report in Nashville?
I think it's actually cold.
It's been
cold recently.
Yeah,
there.
but it's not going to be freezing out
I
there,
don't
right?
think so. It'll
30s?
be like 20s probably, 30s maybe.
Yeah.
Football weather.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. But
Beautiful.
But a lot of if you look at the game and you look at, a lot of the stats, the Bengals have a pretty good run defense, but they've actually had the easiest strength of schedule this year out of any team. And they've been in
against the run or just in general?
No, I'm just saying in general, their whole
schedule.
But they
Are you taking shots
No,
right now?
I'm not taking shots at the Bengals.
I have to clear it up.
But they've been in the lead in a lot of these games, and teams abandon the run. So that's why those numbers are kind of skewed. But yards per attempt, they're not very good. They're kind of middle. They're middle of the pack. They're not bad. But they lost Ogunjobi, like we said, Obi Jobins. But they lost him. That's their main. He gets I think the most snaps at their interior defensive line. So that's a huge loss. And the Kings coming back with fresh legs
and foot.
And a fresh foot. I can't wait.
I kind of want to know who the fans are going with. They're going with the Bengals.
Yikes.
The fans, you guys are voting on Twitter every game all year long. They're feeling the Bengals. It was real tight too. It was real. I saw the poll. Got a good look at it. It was tight.
How tight is real tight?
I mean, it was like 50-point-something%.
Oh, that tight.
Yeah,
Whoa.
or maybe 51 maximum for the Bengals. I mean, we're talking tight. You know,
like Pete during this game, probably.
yeah, gonna be super tight.
Real tight.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good one. This is gonna be a good one. First, looking at Joey Burrow's playing so good. He got all those weapons. Titans defense been great this year, but have they had not too many teams that's the problem with the Bengals. You're not really experienced going against Burrow with all these weapons and the running back. So a new challenge for the Titans defense. Could the difference in quarterbacks be the difference? Joe Burrow, people doubting Ryan Tannehill. Teams look at the Ravens last year in the playoffs. They stopped the run, take away the run, make them one-dimensional, and they couldn't do it. Bengals are pretty decent stopping the run, better than decent, I'd say. So that would be the reason to side with the Bengals. Reason maybe the Titans. Yeah, the Titans got the rest. The Bengals get a little beat up, even though most of these guys are going to be playing. They're a little beat up, not ideal. All right, so what's going to split the difference? I like the trenches to split the difference. I think there's a big difference in the trenches in this game, and that is why I'm going with Tennessee Titans. Offensive line and defensive line. Bengals defensive line's been fantastic this year. The offensive line's been improved. But look at last week. A lot of those games were decided by the trenches. That was kind of the number one thing. Whoever dominated in the trenches won. And, I'm looking at guys like Jeffrey Simmons and Danico Autry in this game, and I think Burrow could escape the pressure for sure. But
he's probably one of the best quarterbacks against pressure.
More so against the blitz, but any type of pressure he can escape. So I think those interior guys are the key players to watch. I think they're going to be shortening the time to throw for Joe Burrow. So they're going to have to play underneath. Get the ball to Mixon in space underneath maybe. So I think those are the key guys. If those guys go this game without getting much pressure, without getting a sack, then it's likely the Bengals won by a pretty good amount, I'd say. But also the offense line. I still, love the Bengals, love where they're heading. I still worry about the offense line in the playoff atmosphere. The weaker ones usually show themselves at one point. Titans offense line, it's usually great. It's been a little hit or miss this year, but I definitely like it more than the Bengals offense line.
Getting better at the end of the year.
It's getting healthier too, yeah. So I'm going to go with the Titans there. It should be a good one. Yeah.
One more thing too. I forgot to mention Vrabel.
I'm not going to get to say anything.
Sorry, I went on too long. I think
Vrabel is 8-0 with 8+ days of rest. His team.
How many days did he get this time?
Well, they had
8+. Huh?
Yeah, they had 8+.
It's a good sign. So who's got?
Well, do we have? First of all, can we get rid of this thing?
Oh,
can we get rid of this thing? Thank you.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
There he is.
Thank you.
He's back.
Thank you. And then is there a Dan graphic or an Anime graphic, or am I making these picks for Dan? Because I don't like. I'm checking the notes here.
What's Dan doing?
Dan wants the Bengals.
He's going.
Wow,
it's a straight shot at Pete,
Wow.
and that's kind of personal. But you touched on something there, and you said the games are won in the trenches, and I think that the difference here is going to be defensive pressure. So I'm going with the Titans.
The Titans. Look at that. We missed that right there.
I got you, Pete. I got you.
There we go.
Good to great. Let's go.
And
Good to great.
Old Yeller is going with the Titans, and then our regular season champ Matthew Reese, who's been on fire obviously this year, he's going with the Titans.
That's what I like to see,
it's
Matthew.
just Dan and the Goat House fans, their viewers, going with the Bengals. And whenever I was with Dan last week, we didn't do so hot. So one of us is going to be wrong. We had the same picks last week. I just had my head in my ass last week. It's just a rare occasion.
It's okay.
I'm gonna find something to blame. I haven't figured out what it was yet. But now that I'm, just a huge NFL guy, I feel like I'm back.
You're a
on
huge
track.
trenches guy, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, huge trenches. That's where I think I went wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I went a little bold. I thought things would change this year. Things weren't really changing, and it slipped my mind that the trenches sometimes are more important actually than the quarterback, which is pretty damn close. But so we're gonna go trenches with this game.
On that whole spiel you did before, I think you said trenches about 4 times.
Huge trench guy.
And then
trench guy.
you said it so many times it got me.
Yeah.
So I'm in.
Just,
I bought into the trenches.
I might just switch my name on here from Riz, the huge trenches guy.
And NFL guy.
Yeah.
Huge NFL.
Just on a roll.
You didn't flip the hat, but all right.
We're not flipping the hat.
Oh, okay.
We're not gonna flip the hat.
Right.
I'm just a huge NFL guy.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all there is to it.
Okay.
A lot of emojis to get rid of here, but We're on to the next game. This is a Saturday night ball game. San Francisco 49ers at the Green Bay Packers. Just like the Titans, the Packers had a bye week. They're the 1 seed. And the 49ers, impressive against the Cowboys. I was talking about it. If 49ers aren't the best playoff team. They're dangerous. They're good. But they might be the best team, best suited to play the Packers. Like, who was going to go to Lambeau and be able to put up a fight with them? I wasn't seeing too many teams here in the divisional round, but the 49ers, I think, with their physical style of play, I think they're suited to do it. I think they're pretty damn solid. They can run the ball and keep manage time possession, keep Rodgers on the sideline, and the 49ers were able to win in the trenches, dominated
Again, there it is.
They dominated the Cowboys are a pretty good team in the trenches. The 49ers, that's why they won. The difference of the trenches. Could that be the difference? I think both teams are good in the trenches here. 49ers might be better. We signed towards the 49ers here. We're going to go with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. What are you guys feeling?
Well, I like to start this one off because you guys know I talked about the cheese, so I'm going with the Packers.
Does that mean Cheese is going with the Packers? Or
cheese is also. We're both going with the Packers here. I don't. Dan's not allowed to go with the Packers here, but I guess we got to allow it. He's just not allowed to.
I guess we'll put him over there. All right, Pete, what are you going with?
Fire away.
Oh, I'm a huge Niners guy, but I'm going to go with the Packers at home with their rest. Definitely makes a difference in the playoffs. The Niners, Nick Bosa did not look good. What happened to him? Sounds like Fred Warner's going to be okay though, but I don't know. I think Rodgers is going to have a hell of a game, and I don't know if Jimmy could keep up really.
He can't.
I thought the Cowboys were going to choke that game a little bit. Niners tried to choke it, but I just knew they were the more physical team to pull that one off. But Packers are a pretty physical team as well. We talked about it in the trenches. It's pretty balanced. The Packers' offensive line's very good. Their defensive front's very good. I like the Packers here. It's going to be a good game, though.
Yeller is also going with the Packers. The fans are going with the Packers.
Oh, my goodness.
I can't believe no one's going to pick the 49ers, or am I going to do it?
Do it.
I was thinking about this one. I mean, it looked like the Niners were going to win that game pretty early against the Cowboys last week. I'm like, that's a good matchup. They're best suited to match up with the Packers. I'm still feeling Packers. The game goes on, and I'm realizing, here I go again, the trenches thing. The 49ers, they're both great in the trenches, but the 49ers, I think, are a little better, and they're playing better there. So I was almost like, oh man, I might go 49ers on the upset, but then they start to get beat up a little bit. That plays a part, and then I'm just thinking about it. Okay, as you can tell, I'm going with the Packers here. Good game, close game. 49ers can pull off the upset, but look at, the 49ers outplayed the Cowboys completely. The Cowboys were very sloppy, but the Cowboys still had a shot in the end. And looking back at the game, what did the Cowboys do wrong? Well, they're very sloppy penalties. Well, guess who is the least penalized team in football? It's the Green Bay Packers. Another thing is Dak played pretty poorly. Let's cut to the chase there, plain and simple. He saw guys late, missed guys wide open. Not a whole lot, but more than you would expect Dak. Aaron Rodgers not going to do that. Another reason, side with the Packers. They're the best team in football at this point. We'll see if it stays that way. So for those reasons,
You're out.
I'm out. Should I just leave?
Hey, that's a tough fan base to go against. They're gonna
the Niners. Well, now the Niners fans can say we doubted them.
I didn't doubt you guys. All right.
Yeah,
this week.
I picked them a lot this year, and they kind of lost some of those games early on. I never doubted the 49ers, but I say that because we've been doing this for like 5-6 years now, and that's something I gather kind of something that comes from each fan base, and that for some reason Niners fan base are always, even when you pick them, like you doubted us. I think they try to speak it in existence. It's a weird thing I noticed. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's a little odd. But the year they went to the Super Bowl, I was picking them in the big games all year, and then I finally picked against them against the Chiefs at the Super Bowl, and they were like, you doubted us, you're going to be wrong again. And I was like, I think you're speaking it in existence at this point. But now we'll allow it. We can, since every single one of us.
Yeah, okay.
If one of us,
there's more of us than them.
Fair.
If there's more of the. Wait, what?
There's more of us than them.
Than the fans?
Well, like on the side of the board.
Six? Oh, well, we have the whole go down.
That was like a think about it thing.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, man.
It made sense in my head.
Sure. I'm
still up there, man.
Yeah, you're still up there. Okay. I don't know. All right, next game. Rams and Bucs. It's a good one. Both dominating performances in the wild card rounds. This is a Sunday game. Sunday was it afternoon. Stafford gets his first playoff win last week. Buccaneers, little thin at receiver. But they were able to figure it out against the Eagles. This is going to be a good one. They played in the regular season. The Rams gave the Bucs their first loss. It was a pretty impressive win for the Rams, but what we learned is the regular season means absolutely nothing for some of these playoff games. They're just different, But the Rams, the Buccaneers won in dominating fashion against the Eagles. We kind of expected that, though. The Rams, extremely impressive. They did what I was calling them to do. I was calling them to switch it up a little bit, pound the football more because you got good running backs, open up the play action, just things you weren't doing in the regular season. And they were doing that. They were using Cam Akers. He looked phenomenal. Somehow he tore his Achilles going into the season. That's ridiculous. He's a very talented back. And defensively, they were very stout, getting pass rush, stopping the run. They dominated in the trenches. That's the key. They absolutely dominated. It starts with Aaron Donald there. They dominated on both sides in the trenches. What are we feeling here? What are we feeling?
Well, let's start with Dan, huh? So
Dan, okay.
Yeah, let's start with Dan. Just get that one out of the way, you know what I mean? So Dan's going with the Buccaneers, which is a great pick. Big Tom. It's a safe pick. And I'm going to say the Rams get rammed as well. So give me the Bucs.
They're going to get rammed.
They're not going to get rammed.
You just wanted to say that.
I wanted to say it. I love saying it. But the Bucs.
Understandable.
I can't go against Tom. The Rams did impress me last week, but
fans.
I'm choosing experience.
The fans are going with. Did we do Matthew Reese's pick for the Packers last one?
Yeah,
we did.
There were 6 of us, right? Is that what it is? 6 or no? Is there 7?
No, there should be. Oh, there should be 7, I think.
We forgot to do Matthew Reese's picks for
Matthew, we're sorry.
I don't know
how I
pulled
Matthew.
that off. I don't know how I pulled that off.
We got Junior in here.
I threw off the mojo,
man. Just threw it off.
He wants the Packers.
It just hit me now. Yeah, everybody took the Packers.
For the record.
Yeah, to let the record show, everyone took the Packers. Fans went with the Rams.
Interesting. They must have liked what they saw.
You know what? I liked what I saw, too.
Pete,
I'll go with the Rams.
Pete, great transition.
I think this team we talked about, they're going to be dangerous. It didn't show at the end of the year. They kind of blew it. They got the 4 seed. They could have got a 2 seed spot, but with Cam Akers back, I thought that last game they got him against the Niners in the regular season. They got him some touches. He was a little bit rusty, shook the rust off. We saw what he could do. They didn't even really throw the ball that much against the Cardinals. They didn't really have to throw the ball that much, but I think they take advantage of this Bucs secondary. And again, the thing that's hurting Tom Brady is just the lack of weapons. We'll see if playoff Lenny's back. That's going to be big for the Bucs, but I like the Rams in this. I think they have way more weapons on offense. I think they could put up a lot of points. I don't know if the Bucs could keep up with just Mike Evans out there.
Did you say that you think he's – wait, did you say you think he's back or is he back?
I don't know. I'm saying they need –
We're expecting him back, but we'll see.
They need him.
Okay. Yeller is going –
He's with the Rams.
He's with the Rams.
Oh, Yeller and I are just on the same –
he did mention if Fournette and Wirfs, if they both play,
that's the other thing.
He may kind of go towards the Bucs there. We'll see. All right, Matthew Reese. I can't believe
he wants the Rams as well.
All right.
Look at you, Matthew.
He's going with the Rams. All right, so who are we forgetting? Just me?
Just you, man.
All right. Yeah, tough one. Rams kind of did what I asked them to do, so that's fantastic. I think they can win a Super Bowl. I really do. They have the formula on both sides of the ball. They're dominating the trenches. They get the pass rush. Obviously, they can air the ball downfield. They can run the ball. They got the elite playmakers. Love what they're doing. The Bucs got Tom. That's pretty much what it is. And I'm going Tom over Stafford. That's just what I'm doing here. Last time the Rams did give him problems, and that could happen again. The Buccaneers even more thin at receiver, and last time no Godwin, no Antonio Brown. Obviously, feeling Tom Brady. But the other thing, I think if there's a chance for somebody to be made one-dimensional, I think it's the Buccaneers to make the Rams one-dimensional. I want the Rams to run the ball. But 2 things. The Buccaneers are probably the best in football stopping a run, so can they take it away? But still, do I trust McVay? McVay knows that the Buccaneers stopped the run. They also beat the Buccaneers last time just straight up throwing the ball over and over again. So do they insist on that, kind of overthink things, make it easier for the Bucs? The Bucs, Todd Bowles, really good at drawing up pressure, great blitzes. And they're going to blitz Stafford, make him a little uncomfortable. Cardinals just couldn't do those things. And the Bucs, I still like their passing game. Can Jalen Ramsey take away Mike Evans? the Rams don't run a ton of man coverage, so I don't think it's going to be all one-on-one. Gronk's going to show up. Those other receivers that started off struggling last game, they started to pick it up last time for the Bucs too. But, yeah, I guess a big thing is if Fournette and Wirfs play. If they're both out, I actually could side towards the Rams if both of them are out. But if Fournette's back, he's dangerous in the passing game and in the running game. I'm gonna take Big Tom. Tough to pick against Big Tom here.
Welcome over. Welcome.
Just glad to be there.
Thank you.
But could go either way. I said the Rams go into the Super Bowl, they start running the ball. They did that. It's just still, do they keep on doing that? How do they run against the Bucs? It's going to be a good one. I mean, the Rams had that 2 seed if they didn't blow it to the Niners, and they would be home in this game.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't blow that. So is that going to come back to bite them?
Maybe.
I think they'll
Stafford,
be all right.
how consistent is he going to be? Can't turn the
they'll
ball
be all right,
over.
But next week.
All right, we got Matthew Reese's pick this time. Good.
Yep.
Again, you had the Packers. I messed up, and yeah.
Good on Pete for catching that. Or was it who caught?
I caught it.
Okay, yeah, good
but
catch.
I'll take the blame at the same time. Just a lot going on here. All right, the last game is the best game. Well, I said about that last week, and the Cardinals-Rams was just awful. Just terrible.
It's okay.
It's disappointing.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Bills at Chiefs. Heavyweight battle in the AFC.
Heavy.
2 hot teams, 2 hot offenses, 2
Hot and heavy.
hot and heavy quarterbacks. They're a little heavy in a good way, right?
Right.
Right.
They can run somebody.
right?
They'll run you
right,
over.
Yeah.
We're in agreement. Everyone's in agreement.
Right.
It's going to be good. I mean, the Bills, everyone's on that Bills train, but now going from playing the Patriots at home to playing in Kansas City, it's a little different here, but I mean, what's Matthew Reese going? Before we forget.
Yeah. He's taking the Buffalo Bills.
He's a Bills guy, okay?
Wow. And Dan over here, he's a huge fan of not just Patrick Mahomes, but Jackson Mahomes, so he's going with the Chiefs.
Is that what he told you?
That's what he told. It's in the notes here.
It's in the notes. Jackson,
Huge
Jackson Mahomes guy.
He's his #1 follower.
Oh,
Follows him on every platform.
All plats. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Bills.
Just because Dan's a huge Jackson Mahomes guy?
No, not at all. Not at all. I just
you were supposed to say yeah. I was setting you up there.
Okay, yeah. I just think I don't know. This is gonna be a shootout. It's honestly gonna be a shootout. It's gonna be the last team to score wins, and Andy Reid's clock management skills is what it's gonna come down to. That's why I'm going with the Bills.
Old Yeller, Bills.
Let me see. Oh
yeah, he's a Bills. He's not a huge Chiefs guy. I know that.
Bills guy.
Didn't even look at the notes for that one.
Fans, Bills.
Everyone's going with the Bills.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking the Bills.
Pete's taking the Bills.
I think the Bills are a better team. I think they figured out the run game. I love how they're getting Josh Allen. I mean, it's win or go home now. So they're using Josh Allen's legs. They're risking it. He's a big guy. We talked about. He's a heavy guy. So
in a good way,
he can handle it. In a good way, he
looks
can handle
great
it.
in shorts.
But they're out for revenge here, and I think their defense can slow the Chiefs down. I think the Chiefs they're not who they used to be, really. They don't have. I think they need. Is Edwards-Helaire going to play, or is he?
We're
going
to see. I mean, they got McKinnon going.
They did, but I don't think they could run the ball effectively. Even though that's kind of the Bills' weakness. You got to attack them with the run, and then you'll get them off balance. But I just like the Bills in this game.
This is the toughest one to pick here.
Do it.
I mean, the Bills look like the better team right now. If you look all the way through the roster, they look like the better team. So I was kind of leaning Bills, and I'm thinking
you're gonna go with Dan again.
He's doing it.
Are you gonna go with him again?
The Bills' defense looks great right now. Great defense, probably the best on the year, right? All right, but there's a spot where they're weak. It doesn't look like it right now, but they're weak at cornerback. They don't have Tre'Davious White. They're weak there. So a great quarterback can expose that. He definitely can expose it. I think what teams need to do is use speed on the outside, make the safeties play on the sideline, force them to the butt, because those safeties are insane. All right, elite safety duo. They got Tyreek Hill on the sideline early. Then it opens up the middle of the field. You got Travis Kelce in the backs in the middle of the field to take over. The rest of the game. So that would be my argument against the Chiefs. And
you're gonna remember this moment next week.
And so I was thinking Chiefs them. I'm like, can I go against the Bills when I think they're the better team? I'm going to hate myself if I pick against who I think and I could be wrong who the better team is, but I'm gonna hate myself, And so I was thinking Bills, but then I'm back to the Chiefs because I was realizing that the same things always happen. You can't go with the underdog, you can't go with the upset, you can't get bold. And the Bills are talking about this being a revenge game. Who gets revenge? Nobody really ever gets revenge. So that's when I was leaning towards.
Somebody has.
That's when I was leaning towards the Chiefs. But then I saw Dan pick the Chiefs, and now
there you go.
Now I'm back over to the Bills.
There's no way you could go over there with them again. You're gonna blow it.
That's actually not why. But just again, like I said, I think the Chiefs will do what I said, and they'll use Tyreek Hill on the sideline, and they'll force those safeties over, and then they'll open up the middle of the field. And I think the Chiefs have success against the Bills' defense. They're going to make their defense not look as good, but I also think the Bills' offense will be dominant. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think the difference here is Josh Allen running. I don't think the Chiefs. He could throw too, but I think that's the difference. I think Josh Allen on the ground, which he's as good as ever right now on the ground, and he's always been good. I think that is the difference. So I'm leaning towards Bills, but in Kansas City with that crowd, they may have the formula, the speed to beat them. And it feels like teams never get the revenge, and the same old teams are doing the same old things over and over again recently. So that would be why the Chiefs. I really think the Bills are better right now. I think both teams had their hiccups later in the year, though. They had their bad moments, so we'll see. It's going to be on the play callers of the Bills, so they call plays like last week where they opened up the playbook. They threw everything at the Patriots because it's just win or go home. That's how you have to coach every game. That's what it is, So same mentality here.
I don't appreciate that mental, emotional roller coaster you sent us on.
Yeah, it was a wild one. Who's better in the trenches, though? They're both got. I think the Chiefs
trenches.
I think the Chiefs got the better offensive line, but the Bills' offensive line surprisingly played elite last week. Maybe that's the difference. Defensive line, I think you got to go with the Bills. The best player in the trenches is Chris Jones, though, from the Chiefs, but I think the Bills got more, maybe. That's the tough part. So maybe the Chiefs, with that star defensive player in the trenches and the offensive line being a little better, maybe that's the difference.
Are you going to change your pick?
No. I mean, it's 50. I can argue both sides. It's just
on the ESPN app. It was 51-49
in favor of.
I think it was the Bills.
Yeah, the Chiefs are favored in this game. Vegas doesn't see
Arrowhead.
The revenge doesn't work. The revenge games don't work, and the same teams are winning. So that would be why the Chiefs. I can
picking the Chiefs.
I can convince myself either side here.
Kind of done that already.
I did. I've been flip-flopping. I've been flopping all over the place, back and forth.
It's a good flop.
As you can tell. So Dan's by himself over there with the Chiefs. Was Dan was with the Bengals too. So if the Bengals and Chiefs win, I'm way in last. Just dug myself a hole. Just continuing my worst performance of all time. Just disgusted with myself. So hopefully it doesn't happen again.
If it happens, delete the videos. Never happened.
I'm deleting every video on the channel. Never returning. Never returning.
Done forever. Retired.
Until the Vikings win a Super Bowl, and then I'll be back.
Also, he comes back.
So I'll be like 90 years old. 90 years old. Finally did it.
The Vikings are Super Bowl champs.
I don't think it'll ever happen. I don't know. I don't know where they might be going to rebuild. I don't know what they're going to do. Rebuild? I have no idea.
Things could be
worse.
That's
why I'm not wearing the Vikings hat. I'm just a huge NFL guy now. We discussed this. Just like the viewer that's leading that picks league, he's like the Vikings fan ? He's not sure.
He's like,
that's you.
Am I? Yeah. We're all of us. We're in the same boat. Let's see who we hire at GM and mainly coach, and then we'll see if we put another question mark in there or take the original one off. Maybe change the NFL fan.
Right.
We'll see.
That's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. Yeah. It's only 4 games, but we got a lot going on here.
Playoffs.
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 All right. While we got you here, Junior, who's winning the Super Bowl?
Ooh.
Just right now. Just who?
Should I do the matchup?
What do you mean the
matchup? The Super Bowl matchup, and then who wins it?
Sure.
Yeah, give us.
I'm gonna go Bills. Packers win it.
Packers beat them. You sounded disappointed when you said that.
Yeah, but as a Bears fan, like the Packers they're great. So I mean, it really hurts really deep inside.
All right,
saying
Jalen?
that out loud. What?
Jalen Hurts?
Jalen hurts me pretty good.
More important than the Super Bowl, it's way bigger than the Super Bowl. Rodgers.
Pro Bowl?
No. The Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl, yeah. Who wins the Pro Bowl?
NFC.
NFC?
Mm-hmm.
So just with the Super Bowl pick, Packers, and then the NFC, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing, Rodgers. Is he immunized? I'm kidding.
Is he immunized?
Is he playing for the Packers next year? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's playing. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if they win it all, if Junior thinks they're winning it all,
if
why
they-
would he
if the-
not?
He's gonna play.
What if they don't? What if they lose in the NFC Championship again? Is he gone?
No, he's staying.
He's staying?
He's staying.
What if they lose to the 49ers in this
He's
game?
staying. He's
I
staying.
think he's gone if they lose to the 49ers. Other than that, I think he's back.
I think if they lose the NFC Championship, he might be out.
No.
Maybe.
If they lose
No.
the Super Bowl, I think
He's
gonna
playing
be back.
winning football. You have to put all your differences aside if you're winning games. If you're winning
They can't
games,
get it
just
done.
shut up and win games.
Can't get it done though.
He wins games.
Not Super Bowls.
He's
Not
won a
NFC
Super Bowl.
Not NFC titles.
Hey, we'll see. He'll get there.
Here, we're talking about the Packers. And
Right.
here,
Give him his credit.
Yeah, we got to give his credit.
There it is.
Totally
Let's clap it
forgot.
up.
Just
Oh,
like
there you
that.
go,
Yeah.
Matthew Reese. There you
Regular
go.
season champ. Good hell of a job.
He's got the trophy already.
He's got the trophy. He's got the Lombardi. I don't know. So if
That's
you
a
win,
sign.
apparently if you win the Goat House Picks League, you get the Lombardi.
Oh.
And then they
We should get one made
and he shows up at the Super Bowl and hands
He
it
hands
off
it to Aaron.
to
with the gloves.
well, whoever wins. Pete's saying it's Aaron.
No, we're giving it to Aaron right here.
Right. Based off my pick.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
Okay.
Fair. He hands it off.
I mean, he said give it to Derrick Henry, but
Ooh.
All right.
I want to see how he runs. Is that foot 100%?
oh yeah.
He's looking.
They said
He's
I
looking
mean
good.
the injury is what 8 to 10 weeks, and this is
What's
12th
give me a
week?
give me
12th
a
week coming in.
percentage of carries Henry, the other backs. The other backs are one.
Ooh,
They're
I mean,
one.
I think Hilliard's gonna come in on third downs. He's their third down guy. He's got.
So Foreman
So-
just gets dropped below him, you're saying?
I mean, Foreman will definitely get in still, like when Henry's tired. But I mean, there's difference between Henry's a freak, but there's difference between just being in shape and being in football shape, like game shape. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, they do like to give some third down surrender draws. So
He did
Hilliard,
pick the Titans. That
I
worked
did.
out.
Oh, there we go.
I almost screwed myself there.
You want a percentage?
Yeah. Henry, all the other backs.
I mean, it's got to be like
70-30?
90.
90?
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's a lot.
That's bold. Bold
That's a
take.
lot.
I mean, I mean, how many carries is he gonna get?
Yeah.
You gotta do some math here.
I'm thinking
Yeah, crunch the numbers.
86%.
He's gonna get 25. Let's say he gets 25 carries.
How many
Right.
times they run the ball?
What's like 25 out of 28? What is that? 89%.
They're going to run the ball more than that.
Yeah, I mean Tannehill's gonna get carries too.
No, I'm just talking about the running
Oh,
backs.
okay. I mean,
It's going to be like 80, 87,
85,
86.
I would take the
85.
over if it was 85.
Yeah, because I'm
85.
thinking 86, 87.
Somewhere around
All right,
there.
here's the other thing. What if the Bengals just stop the run in the first quarter? The run's like, all right, we can't really
They're not
do
gonna
it.
abandon it.
They're not. What's their chances of winning? Let's say they're losing at the end of the first quarter. Let's say it's 7-0 Bengals end of the first quarter. The run just doesn't look like it's there. How you not? I'm not asking if they're going to run the ball still. How you feeling? You confident in the winning still? It's dropping down a little bit.
Yeah, it's not feeling very good. But they do come back a lot. They do get some comeback
What if they're down
wins.
10-0? Run's not there. You're
It
just
would also
scared.
depend on how the defense is playing.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it with the 49ers game. It was 10-0 right away.
Mm-hmm.
Defense had to settle in. Offense had to settle in with no weapons besides A.J. Brown, and just started feeding A.J. Brown. I think people are starting to realize that I mean, Henry's obviously the best player on the team, but A.J. Brown's probably the most important player on the team. I think so.
Julio. Does Julio stay healthy the whole game? No, it's not an answer. We're not predicting
that's
injuries.
something.
We're not going to do
That's
that.
something.
That's something. What if he was just dominant? It's just
Yeah,
Julio,
he's
just
Oh,
prime
it'd be
Julio
awesome.
Jones.
It'd be awesome.
I think everybody would feel good about that, except for the
I
Bengals
saw they
fans,
were.
maybe,
What were they? I think they're 11-2 with A.J. Brown out there. And what's their record this year? They went.
You tell me,
They went
Pete.
12-5, so 1-3 without him.
Good math.
Good job.
Ugh. Need him. They need him, and he's healthy. He's gonna be fresh. I think they can take advantage of the Bengals secondary. Don't you think?
They got to pick their spots.
Yeah. Oh, Jesse Bates is pretty damn
He's
good.
good.
He's about the only
Well,
one.
the thing the
concerns me.
Bengals do is they switch their coverage pretty much every play. That's the good thing about their defense. They mix it up a lot. Titans mix it up a bit
Titans do
too.
it too.
That's good. You can't be predictable. Don't be predictable.
Don't get eliminated.
That's what the name of the game is here.
It's
Don't
true.
get eliminated. But that wraps up the divisional round. pick'ems. We back next week with the conference championship pick'ems, and then the week after with the Super Bowl, or the 2 weeks after with the Super Bowl pick'ems. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Junior's back. We
What
had
a
hell of a
You
time.
gonna be here next week?
I'll be if I'm here. If I'm allowed here, I'm here.
All right, we'll see if he's allowed. We have to
we'll
go
see.
through. There's a lot of paperwork to be
There's
done.
some logistics we gotta get through.
File some paperwork. We'll
Right.
see if it goes
Gotta
through
fill out
in
my
time.
W-2s.
Yep, got to fill it all out. We'll see if I don't know what I'm talking about. That's gonna do it for this one. Thanks everyone for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.